Here's the top stories for September 26th. The Office of Civil Defense says 18 are dead due to storms Opong and Nando and other weather disturbances. Former DPWH executive Bernardo says almost 100% of project bids are rigged. President Marcos says 36 billion pesos of flood control funds will be realigned to social welfare programs. Chinese envoy bids the Philippines goodbye after extraordinary journey. Mayor Vico eyes an independent team to monitor and evaluate local and DPWH infrastructure projects. At least 18 people have died as Visayas and southern Luzon weathered the impact of severe tropical storm Opong, while northern Luzon is pushing for early recovery due to super typhoon Nando, tropical depression Mirasol, and southwest monsoon or Habagat, the Office of Civil Defense disclosed on Friday, September 26th. OCD Deputy Administrator Assistant Secretary Bernardo Rafaelito Alejandro IV said 8 people died in Cagayan, including 7 fishermen who drowned when their boat capsized and another one struck by fallen debris. 3 people also died in Cordillera Administrative Region due to landslide and drowning, while 3 died in central Luzon. In a virtual press briefing, the Bicol Regional Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Council Director Claudio Yucot also reported 4 fatalities in Region 5. 3 were hit by fallen debris, uprooted tree, and collapsed wall in Masbate, and 1 was struck by lightning in Camarines Norte. Former Department of Public Works and Highways Undersecretary Roberto Bernardo believes almost all project biddings are rigged. Bernardo said this during the Senate Blue Ribbon Committee hearing investigating the anomalous flood control projects in the country on Thursday, September 25th. He was asked by Senator Bam Aquino what percentage of the bids are legitimate and which are already predetermined. Bernardo said that, like with House members, when the funds don't go to where they want, they get angry. There are also areas where someone lobbies for the funds, and if these don't go to them, he added that they will really hold it against the engineers later on. They might even create issues against them or even file cases. President Marcos announced that 36 billion pesos previously earmarked for flood control projects will be redirected to social welfare initiatives under the Department of Social Welfare and Development amid the ongoing corruption controversy. Marcos said this as he led the awarding of the Warang Pantawid Pamilya in Malacanang on Friday, September 26th. In his speech, the president said the funds will instead support the assistance to individuals in crisis situations and the Sustainable Livelihood Program. He emphasized that the realignment aims to expand government aid for families in emergency situations, such as urgent medical procedures and maintenance medicines. Chinese ambassador to the Philippines, Huang Xilian, has officially ended his nearly 6-year tour of duty in the country, which he described as an unforgettable and truly extraordinary journey. Huang served as China's envoy to the country for 5 years and 10 months, making him the longest-serving Chinese ambassador to the Philippines. In his speech at the ambassador's farewell on Thursday, September 26th, Huang said that although his tenure was filled with ups and downs between the relations of China and the Philippines, he had deeply felt the friendship and goodwill of the Philippine people toward the Chinese people. Even though Pasig City Mayor Vico Soto said no ghost projects have been reported in the city since his first term in 2019, he vowed to make sure of it by creating an independent team that will monitor and evaluate both national and local infrastructure projects in the city. He said this after receiving documents through a Freedom of Information request from the Department of Public Works and Highways on Thursday, September 25th. Soto said the volunteer engineers he had spoken with, along with a partner government monitoring non-government organization, were eager to conduct on-site inspections, but he advised them to postpone fieldwork until after the typhoon. Once fieldwork begins, Soto said their initial focus would be on DPWH flood control projects, as this is what the public has been asking about. Stay updated with the latest news. Visit our website at www.mb.com.ph or follow us on social media. Thanks for tuning in to the Manila Bulletin Daily Rundown.